Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, so we are halfway through the week. With it being Wednesday, we are only working on reading today, and that means we also get to do read aloud. So I'm excited because I get to read y'all a story, because I miss y'all and I miss us having a read aloud time. So today's book is called Pete the Cat, Robo-Pete. Okay, and I kind of picked this one just because it's getting close to Halloween, and Pete kind of acts like a robot. So let's read and find out. Pete the Cat, Robo-Pete. What a great Sunday morning. Pete can't wait to play baseball with his friends. I know there's times we get excited about playing with our friends. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks Larry. I can't, says Larry. I'm going to the library. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks Callie. I was about to go for a bike ride. Maybe later, says Callie. Do you want to play catch? Pete asks John. I can't right now, says John. I have to paint the fence. All of Pete's friends are busy doing other things. Pete wishes his friends would do what he wants to do. It's not fun playing catch all by himself. If only I knew another me. Pete thinks, and just like that, Pete gets an idea. Pete builds a robot. He programs it to be just like him. And here's him asking all his friends. And then he's thinking, and he gets an idea. And he builds a robot just like him. That'd be pretty cool if we could build robots that were just like us. Welcome to the world, Robo-Pete, he says to the robot. You're my new best friend. We'll do everything together. Want to play catch? Great idea, says Robo-Pete in his robotic voice. Pete and Robo-Pete play catch. Wow, says Pete, running after the ball. You sure can throw far. Robo-Pete throws farther and farther until Pete needs to catch his breath. Time out, says Pete. I'm tired. Let's play something else. I want to play whatever you want to play, Robo-Pete says proudly. Well, how about we play hide and seek, says Pete. That will be fun, says Robo-Pete. I'd get tired too if I had to chase a ball all day long. Pete finds the best hiding place ever. He's sure Robo-Pete will never find him. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shouts Robo-Pete. Ready or not, here I come. Gotcha, shouts Robo-Pete, tagging Pete. How did you find me? asks Pete. With my homing device, says Robo-Pete. You gave it to me. I can find anyone, anywhere. Oh yeah, says Pete, a little disappointed. It's no fun playing hide and seek with someone who doesn't even have to try to find you. Okay, enough hide and seek. Let's play some guitar. Pete teaches Robo-Pete how to play a song he made up. You have to feel the music, Pete explains. Okay, the louder I play, the more I feel it, he shouts over the noise. Pete tries to stop Robo-Pete, but Robo-Pete can't hear him. Robo-Pete plays on and on. Pete goes outside to ride a skateboard. Robo-Pete follows him. That looks like fun, says Robo-Pete, as his feet transform into a motorized skateboard and a jetpack comes out of his back. Thanks for the super speedy wheels, he shouts as he takes off down the path. Wait, calls Pete. You think Pete's really liking this Robo-Pete? It's kind of seeming like he's not. Pete chases after Robo-Pete. He has no idea where Robo-Pete is going until crash! Robo-Pete slams into the sandbox at the playground. Are you okay, Pete asks his robot. I am a robot. I am indestructible, says Robo-Pete. What is this strange place? It's a playground, says Pete. My friends are here, says Pete, Callie, Larry, John. This is Robo-Pete. I made him myself. Cool, says Larry. We're going to help John finish painting, says Callie. And then we are going on a bike ride. I want to go on that thing, interrupts Robo-Pete. Thing? Asks Pete as Robo-Pete zooms up the slide. Robo-Pete, I want to help my friends paint the fence. So what is Pete wanting to do, and then what is Robo-Pete wanting to do? Is it the same thing? I don't think so. Paint the fence? That sounds great, Robo-Pete says. I am programmed to paint faster than anyone. Pete and his friends try to help, but Robo-Pete paints too fast. So instead, they ride bikes. And they read books. And after Robo-Pete is done painting, they help him clean the brushes. Pete realizes that it doesn't matter what they do. Just being with his friends is what makes it fun. The end. Alright guys, so I have posted 3 questions for you to answer about the story. One of them, the first one is, who is the story about? The second one is where it's happening, where it's taking place at, because we talked about a fancy word that we've talked about is called a setting. And then third one is, how does the story end? So you can either write it down or have a parent help you write it down. Send it to me so I can see it, or you can have someone video you while you answer the questions and then send me those videos of yourself, because I do want to see you and I haven't seen you in what, 2 or 3 weeks. So I miss y'all. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday and stay dry.